All right, so a lot of people are tired of working, and it's because they don't have any hope that things are going to get better. I mean, in the Depression and in the Dust Bowl, things were really hard, but people held on because they owned some land that they wanted to bring back to life. They owned land, they had hope for the future. And so, even though they were in pain and they were struggling, they thought it was for a cause. You know, the pioneers, the settlers, the explorers. They're going for something greater. People stay in unhappy marriages hoping that something will change. So people can endure a lot of hardship as long as there's hope. But the problem is that we have ruined the economy. We have ruined the dollar by overprinting. I'm going to make a separate video on how life was cheaper back when I was a young wife. And a lot of people are fed up with working all day long, working multiple jobs, and not even being able to afford food, gas, and their own place to live. And you can work it for a company a really long time and they'll just fire you just like that. You're a disposable person, and people do not feel like they have any skin in the game, like they have anything that's theirs, that they have anything that's economically to live for. So they're just working and working and working at jobs where they're not appreciated, with nothing to show for it. Now, people who have a college degree, who are making good money, are not feeling this, but there are a lot of people, and I think we should be aware of those if we're not. So I'm going to link a couple clips from a channel I like to watch, Jack Morgan. And what I think is really cool, when I started watching his videos, he's one of these guys that reviews TikTok clips. He'd always been working at least 2 jobs. He was a bartender, he was this and that. He had a side hustle. Well, he has his own townhome in Florida. So he has a townhome, he has a roommate. He's made a video too about the rising cost of HOAs in Florida, like his HOA fee has doubled. But anyway, and how life is really hard. You know, I think he said he makes $55,000 a year. Anyway, he just quit his jobs and now he's just making money doing these YouTube videos. So you might want to check him out. He's got a lot of views on these videos. But just listen to a couple of these clips of what these people are saying. And if you like this kind of videos, you might want to follow his channel. So here, I'm going to play the clips now, and thank you for watching.
Sorry, I can't make it. I have a workout class.
My visceral reaction was, are you fucking kidding me?
No, fully.
First of all, baby, your opinions are aging you about 20 years, but no, Gen Z does not care. We were hired for an annual salary rate that doesn't even cover all our bills and contracted from 9 to 5. So we will be in that office bright and early at 9 a.m. every day, and we will be clocking out at 5 p.m. on the dot. No more, no less. And I don't know, a lot of you with the boomer mindset will come in and be like, Gen Z doesn't want to work. They're lazy. They have no job loyalty. Yeah, are you kidding me? In this economy, we are not getting paid enough to have a strong work ethic, let alone working for hours we didn't sign up for when most of us already work multiple jobs. But yes, hustle culture is over because there is nothing left to hustle for. Gen Z has watched millennials go.
Okay, just to be clear, I know a lot of these people, when they're talking like this, they're talking about just working for somebody. Okay? Hear me out. A wise man once told me, you don't have to work for anyone, but you're going to have to work with people. Otherwise, there's no money. If that makes any sense. You got to get the money from somebody. So you're going to have to work with people. So I took that to heart.
Who doesn't have at least some sort of side hustle, be it cutting grass, selling stuff on Etsy, or buying pallets. Somebody's got a side hustle because the money we're making at work is just enough to pay our bills. If we want to do something more, we got to make more.
Too often we hear that people just...
I totally agree with them. For, 12 years of my working career, I always had 2 jobs. Well, a job and a side hustle. I want that to soak in. This is the first time in my life doing this here with you guys. Thank you so much. Consider subscribing. That I haven't had to have 2 jobs. Yeah, it's the best. I love it.
Don't want to work, especially young people. But can we finally talk about the fact that that's true? But not in favor of like the old out of touch people saying that nobody wants to work. This is very much a viewpoint of like, yeah, no one wants to work. The young people are right. Millennials, Gen Z, we're right.
There is no reward for hardworking people anymore. My husband.
Finally, some lady said it, and she's older. This lady's older too, pushing 40. a lot of us don't want to fucking work. Okay, like let's keep it 101 Dalmatians with each other. Seriously, losing stuff out of my pocket. My bad.
And who has zero social media, actually thinks it's the devil, has come to me and is like, okay, let's make some TikToks. His entire working life has been physical labor. And he is so over it. Finally coming to a place where we are all at, which is, I don't want to work anymore. But it's not the same way that like the boomers are all saying like, oh, millennials just don't want to work, we're lazy. My husband is a hard worker, okay? He has done every single type of physical labor job you could ever think of. He has done it. He has literally tore his body apart. He has to have surgeries like every year because he is physically harming himself with these jobs. And he just can't do it anymore because he cannot get ahead. He's like, what's the point? What is the point? I started my construction business. I've worked my way up. Now I build houses, but it's like, oh, the government's like, you need to pay this fee. Oh, you need to pay $15,000 for work comp. Oh, you need to pay this fee, whatever. It's like, if he makes this much money, the government's like, well, actually, we need this much from you to make that much money. Fuck it. What is the point? And that is the reason why millennials don't want to work anymore, is because there's no point. You cannot get ahead.
You know what's hilarious to think is that you could literally build a house, but you couldn't just build 1 or 2 houses a year. Oh no,